Ancient First Nations technology is meeting modern times in Hamilton this week. A 2-week project at Mohawk College is nearing completion as a master builder completes work on a birch bark canoe built with the kind of tools and techniques used for centuries in Canada. And the project has a message for Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities. We get the details now from SWEENEY.
Canoe maker Chuck Commanda is putting final touches on the kind of watercraft that was a main means of transportation in Canada long before European settlement.
And it's been described as floating on a leaf. I mean, it's so responsive and it's so quick.
He's building a traditional birch bark canoe using the First Nations knowledge he learned from his grandparents, along with a sense of spirituality.
What we're trying to accomplish is return the craft to the Indigenous people because I guess through residential schools, we lost a lot of that. And so we're hoping to bring that back. Anyways, this is the messages I'm getting from the spirit world, is to return it back to our brethren.
Commanda harvested the materials for the canoe from the forest himself, from 5 different types of trees, along with the birch bark, spruce roots for the bindings, cedar for the planks, ironwood for wooden nails in the gunnels, and ash for the crosspieces. He's passing on his knowledge to his apprentice and students working with him on the canoe at Mohawk College.
It brings everybody together. That's what I find.
It's undescribable, the whole experience. There's so much knowledge that we've been learning throughout.
It's like pride, and it gives me honor to be able to do something that probably many were refused to allow to be done, and just to be able to do something on my roots and be able to carry that forward.
Give you that little step of connection to your culture.
The project sponsors say the canoe will be used along with the tugboat Theodore II to focus attention on protecting Canada's water.
It would be a really great way for us to tell the story of the importance of sharing the water, the big ship, the small canoe.
This canoe represents a technology that goes back as much as 3,000 years among First Nations people in North America. But Commanda says this is also a chance to help First Nations people overcome the modern hopelessness that can exist on Canada's reserves.
And when I go in an Indigenous community, the feeling that I get is this despair feeling. But once we start building it, then that disappears, replaced by a feeling of pride.
And it's a chance to bring together cultures.
It's being used as a tool of truth and reconciliation. And so it's like you learn about my culture, and then I'll learn about yours.
As more and more non-First Nations groups ask him to share his traditional canoe building skills with them. This canoe is to be launched on Friday in Hamilton. SWEENEY, CHCH News.